So, there'll be still full qualifying despite what the numbers say. We're waiting for about 3 other drivers to join. They've all said that it might be around Q3 by the time they get here, so... Go where the streamer's not. Right, here we go. So John is starting off his lap and coming through the S section. It's trying to make a bit of mockery of Suzuka, in my humble opinion. 25.3 through the first set of S-bends. Down towards the hairpin there. I was wondering if this, wonder if there will be a competitive lap time from John, or whether this will just be a little bit of a banker. Seems to be going at it reasonably well though. Follows through that section that reminds me. Well, this one reminds me a lot of Bahrain, the lethal turn 10. See Leclerc locking up a little bit later on this season, right there. Ultimate corner, which is a popular one for track limits policing. Got John well within that, and sets a benchmark of a 32.7 there. So we'll see how that measures up. Snacks is doing practice laps at the moment, so a little bit jittery. Of course, he won't mind me saying that. But 6 seconds off the pace on that hard tyre. Teammate Jakob goes to the top of the standings, 32.7. I'll pick up with one of the other drivers coming around the lap at the moment. I think we've got an angry Corgi out on track. Excuse the awful pun that I'm about to make of God, somebody should stop the session. I don't know why they've let the animals out on track. They've let that one off track there, an angry Corgi. Kept his banker lap, despite a slight transgression on track limits, let's say. Greg has invalidated his lap. Kurt Maestro is going to be coming around the final couple of corners. Oh God, he is. That's the pun, isn't it? We watch it frequently enough for spinner for Johnny B. He's had a spinner. The German spiders. Follow Greg. Greg obviously invalidated run 1, so we have another joiner. Ayahuasca is in. Dropped it out of the painful left-hander. Which painful left-hander is that? There's a lot of them. I think most left-handers on this track are painful. The one towards the hairpin. Oh, okay, right. No, left. Oh. Start sector 2. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to get absolutely... well, I can't say that word. Absolutely... majorly reprimanded by my colleague in chat. Greg pops his car up into 3rd position there. It's obviously, of course, not representative, we know that, but that's a lot of bankers just going in. Oh. 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 Don't threaten me with a good time, Willow. And an angry Corgi has retired. So... no, there was a pun in there, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to do it. Instead, going to focus on Deflated Wee as he comes round and onto the long back straight here in Texas between turns 11 and 12. Opens the DRS up there and throws it into the hairpin turn 12 there. Track loves a good left hairpin, doesn't it? Let's say into the one of the big lock-up zones, I think, before the mirrored mockery of Turkey. So this penultimate couple of turns. I think what Tilke's done in this track is he has just stolen a lot of other bits of track, hasn't he? Let's be honest. And deflated up to 3rd with the 33.1. So, yeah, so I say the S's from Suzuka, the yeah, a lot of hairpins feel like they're from Shanghai. Long right-hander from Turkey, the well, a bit of what is that? That is turn 14, 15 really, that's from Bahrain. Grand Theft America. Nothing new there at all. Oh, good point. Yeah, right. Championship. Championship, championship, championship. Because we think Exotic will join. Let's find out where we are. With this race included, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races remaining. Which means if, obviously, let's see. 5 races means 125 plus 5 means 130 points on offer. So if Exotic can win with without Björn's not joining, is he? If Exotic wins, that's it. Okay. Deflator got P3 with Exotic getting P2 in the fastest lap. There would be a small difference. Deflated with what? 7 points to the mark at the moment. No, 9 points to the mark at the moment, sorry. So, outscored Deflated by 6 points, we think. No, it's got to be 9 points, isn't it, really? I'm sure he can win at this race, if he wins. Or can he? Depends what Deflated does. got Ayahuasca obviously on the screens in front of you there, clinging onto the track limits as he comes round to an ultimate corner and through the final one without too much bother. A lap on the mediums gets him a 33.9. Sprint. Deflate, yeah, well, that's 8 points less on offer, so I think then it's out of the question. There's Exotic in the chat. Delay the session. You'll be happy because Tano's just joined. Well, there we go. So, Q1, we have basically just spent all the time totting up the points. I can't imagine that many of these times are representative, but Jakob takes top of the session at the moment. That's John second, Deflated third, Loisy fourth, and Johnny B in fifth there, so 2 Ferraris in the top 5 of course, but a vast array of times so far. And Tano, whilst he did get into the session, didn't manage to put a lap in, so we will have 12 in Q2, I believe. Oh dear. Clip the apex and slipstream them all the way down the all the straight lines. Oh, okay. Right, so we did end up with 13 in because Tano didn't set a lap, but did get into Q2. Apparently that happens. That guy here now trying to set an actual meaningful lap, as a lot of drivers will need to in this session to get through. Still without Exotic, he will still need to win the race to seal the championship for definite. Okay, Willow. I did not know that until now. There we are, so a couple of laps in here. Bloisy, at the moment, topping the tables with a 32.6, but we do have John coming round, and Jakob has just gone round ahead of him with a 32.3. Normally we'd only be missing one because it's Alex Albon's slightly mullered chassis. Yeah, Yeah, no, honestly, I'm in the Williams for AT2. It's yeah, it drives like a broken chassis. I'll say that. God, I wish James Vowles was paying me. Oh dear. Follow deflated. Obviously, he'll need to keep as far upfield as he can to keep the championship race alive once Exotic gets in. Oh, right. The game said 5 minutes till rain, and they all went out. Thanks, Snacks. Certainly doesn't look very damp at the moment. Oh no, don't bring that back. That was a nightmare. NA last season, and the track was getting wetter and wetter and wetter, but it wasn't. It was just raining and dry tyres. Deflated pops it up into 5th position there. Yeah, the way the track dampens is a bit weird on these games, has to be said. Gonna watch Ayahuasca do a lap. Jump on board through the S section. The annoying part about it is it's completely flat. I feel like that section would have some character if there was an altitude change in there. But no, pretty much, you know, I would happily see this track off the calendar. I probably would happily see it flattened in World War III, to be honest. The thing is, everyone raves about Malaysia. I feel like I'm possibly the only one who doesn't actually like it. Give me Turkey by all means. I love Turkey. Gobble, 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 etc. Nice Christmas dish. Ayahuasca up to 6th place. But yeah, no, I feel like Malaysia is just a bit of a... I don't know, it feels overrated, to be honest. It's just, you've got 2 giant straights and one long Tilka turn 1, really. A lot of bits and pieces in that seem very similar to Shanghai again, though. Oh, I drove Turkey on an F1 game. Jesus Christ, I think it was... oh, what game would that have been? 2009, I think it was. Maximizing minimum speed. Oh dear, that's good. Oh, I had 2009 on the Wii. I had F1 2009 on the Wii. God, that's crazy. Kurt Maestro's round. Kurt Maestro is fat today. He's spun it round at the top of the hill. I've more than cursed him there. There we are. Just 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes before it gets interesting, I think. Can Tano get a lap on the board and show us what he's got around Silverstone? Of course, got the sponsors driver of the day last week. Goldilocks and Rids sponsored that, and got 20 quid for driver of the day. Cracking debut in Silverstone, so part of the leading trio. Björn and Exotic alongside him as well. Playing that sprint race, they provided some excellent action, and but for a collision with Björn, there would have been a lot more from Tano. Around that final corner, and Tano puts it up into 11th. As I say, it's still, I fancy a little bit, you know, might have been left with a little bit on the table, and he has really got to go for it, and he's off. There's not a huge amount of charge in the batteries for Tano, but he is going to give it a try. And the two Mercedes, SmallerSmiley and an Angry Corgi, both firing it through the first sector. SmallerSmiley's just over 3/10 up. It's deflated, goes fastest at the top there, just a show of power at this point with a 32.2. We're watching SmallerSmiley. I'm going to quickly pan to Tano. His fuel light is flashing massively, but so is SmallerSmiley's. 3.5 up is Tano at the moment. Going to be very, very close. See where an Angry Corgi is at. An Angry Corgi's got a 10th of lap time in there, but we'd need to be seeing 7 or 8 tenths there. SmallerSmiley is round, and his battery is in much, much better condition also. Tano is at the 10% mark. Tano is 7/10 up. And SmallerSmiley will come to the line. Will this lap be enough? Will Tano make a mistake between now and the line? 10th place for SmallerSmiley at the moment with a 33.5. Angry Corgi's gone into the pits. And Tano with a little shake on the line, and that's cost him. It is 8 thousandths of a second in it. 12 thousandths of a second in it, I can't count. A little bit of a shake on the last corner has cost the Haas driver, and both Haases out of the session. SmallerSmiley scrapes through by the skin of his teeth. It's the start of the excitement a little bit early. So deflated, currently topping the timesheets. 32.2 being good enough to see him to the top of qualifying 2. Jakob in second, John third, and Bloisy fourth. That guy in the Williams in 5th position. Snacks makes it through in 6th, Ayahuasca in 7th, Greg in 8th, Johnny B in 9th, and SmallerSmiley by 12 thousandths is through in 10th position, meaning that we lose an Angry Corgi, Kurt Maestro on his debut, and Tano. Tano, obviously, who had such a good race at Silverstone last week as well. Yep, F1 21 times. The IndyCar line. Oh, Jakob, what on earth? Eh? Well, SmallerSmiley's in one piece. Jakob doesn't have any apparent damage. Very weird. ¿Qué pasó? .1 from John through the first sector of this particularly bad track. Might be a lobby restart for that. Oh. Well, the thing is, I didn't see it. I don't know, if I'm honest, Exotic. I think I heard something about wet to dry, but I'm really not sure. Yeah, Jakob might have clipped it. Jakob, if you've clipped it, you probably could get the lobby restarted. Of course, we'll do our qualifying first, and John is on his way around that long right-hander and into the penultimate turn. To the final. There we go, and it's very, very damp in qualifying 3. So I've seen absolutely none of those none of those times have gone in, but it's John who takes the pole position on a 32.0, which is a good 4/10 ahead of Deflated Wee, the remaining title contender, really. Third place is Bloisey with 32.7. That's a good lap for Bloisey and a good high start position for him. Yeah, we are back in. I think everyone should retire. Dear me. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey! Hello! I just need to actually enable party audio. Hang on. There we go.
There we go.
Fantastic.
Finally working.
So we managed to get parties to work. Maybe it was just we needed to kill my internet.
There's only one way to do it.
Well, yeah. So Jakob and SmallerSmiley had a little bit of a knock together, so I'm not sure what will happen with that. But John will be starting on pole for the race.
It was very interesting. While you were gone, just as you left, the rain started to kind of just ease itself in. So it was more of there was a very small window where you could improve, but then it just rapidly went back into.
Okay. Oh, here we go. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights on the grid here, and we are away. And John looks like he's maybe just been caught up to by Deflated Wee a little bit. It's a good start for the Ferrari. We're looking behind here, and Deflated has made the move to the inside and taken first position early on. Aston Martin running slightly wide back there, and Top Gun not getting off the line too well, sticking behind an angry Corgi. All of them look fairly well behaved though through the first couple of turns as Tano goes for a move on Jakob. Great little move up there, I think on the inside of turn 5 for him. And SmallerSmiley changing places with Kurt Maestro. Good round the outside overtake there, and angry Corgi is backwards.
Interestingly, Tano's on the soft tyres, so that'll be an interesting one to see how that plays out. But he's already got past that guy as well up into the hair. hairpin, they'll be looking to get past Snacks.
In a track like this, and obviously in this game in general, it's a very, very good advantage early on. Snacks goes for fourth and makes it, and Tano and Jakob, there's a bit of racing back there.
That'd be a corker if he pulled that off.
Oh, and the Haas.
Tano's gone around the outside of the right-hander hairpin and carried it on through those next few
goals.
That
was Kurt Maestro. And Kurt Maestro just appeared on the apex for a moment. I was a bit scared. Oh wow,
that's been an exciting start.
There's bits and pieces at the moment. It tends to get interesting when cars get a bit, get together in here.
Yeah, not quite as chaotic as NA, but
no,
I'll happily take this.
Oh, a little bit of a shake from Tano as he came out of turn 1.
Interestingly, the tops are on the mediums, but Loise's opted for the hards.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, Tano. I think he ran a bit wide there, but almost threatened to have a move on Snacks there.
Yeah, with the NA race as well, it showed a lot on the strategy. So, for example, the softs will die off really quickly, as we do see Tano going up inside into the hairpin.
Yeah.
Big snap on the exit though, so Snacks coming back at him.
The slipstream will definitely help. I'd imagine he'd have a little extra grip to get through. Loise's gone to defend.
They're going to go 3 wide.
And this go 3 wide. And Tano is through on both of them. Double overtake at the turn 12 hairpin.
Tano is an overtaking machine right now.
Fantastic. Oh, and Loise looking to come back as we hit the stolen bit of Bahrain. It's, Tano keeps its 3rd position and really making those soft tyres pay dividends early on, but about 2.3 seconds up to John now. You want to make that gap up rather quickly.
You want to make the most of the soft tyres while you have them underneath you. Once you hit 25%, they are gone.
Tell me about that in France.
No, but France is
Honestly.
really bad for tyre wear anyway. The only place around COTA that you really get tyre wear is in the S section.
France started like a house on fire in 82, got up to 2nd, and then 25% hit and gone.
Yep. Tyres go bye-bye. Off they go.
Yep. Reverse gear.
I don't think it's quite that bad.
Oh no, it was.
Oh god.
It really was.
Feel your pain.
Oh, an angry Corgi is out, and that's a crash. It's a virtual safety car.
Unfortunately, did the same thing in NA. Didn't quite catch that one either. But was 7 seconds off the pack. Must have dropped it through the S section. Unfortunate for Corgi.
Definitely, I'll say it's well, it's another retirement for an angry Corgi, and I'd imagine it would certainly be angry after that one.
This gives Tano a chance to extend his soft tyre life as well and recharge a bit of his battery.
Cool. Definitely appreciate a bit of extra. And Kurt Maestro drive through. An exotic. It's got to be said. I absolutely love that from him. He has just finished what he was about to start just as the VSC came out. He's just gone straight past Johnny B as soon as the VSC has dropped away. And SmallerSmiley, and Johnny B. And Top Gun also joining the party. Johnny B's lost another couple of positions. That is a miserable restart for the Ferrari. Gone from 10th to 13th in a matter of corners. And, Top Gun also having a go on SmallerSmiley, and he's come round. He's butted Top Gun off the track.
Not quite gone round, but I think that will be looked at by the stewards. Maybe a little bit of a snap by Smaller on the exit, but that was a dive and a half from Top Gun. He pulled that off.
The move seemed okay. I think, as I say, it was just a bit happy on the loud pedal.
True.
From SmallerSmiley.
Yeah, a little bit of contact on the inside, right front to rear left, but I don't think there's anything too major. If anything, that will just be NFA, but we'll see how the stewards view it.
Well, I do think Top Gun's got that position, or at least got a chance of getting that position without that.
Boyce was coming back at Snacks a bit there, who'd gone flying past down the straight with the DRS, but couldn't quite get it on those hards. I think for now...
Actually come back and watch the top here. I was getting engrossed in the battle at the back.
I think the ideal tyre to be on at this stage would probably be the mediums. I think those softs will start to die off any lap now.
Very wide through 19. He's already losing time to John as well. Obviously John, of course, is starting to reel deflated in a bit, but I wonder if already those soft tyres are starting to go away.
Yeah, they'll be, what, 5 to 7% per lap? So his tyres at this stage will probably be in the range of 20 to 25% as Bloisy. I was just riding on board with him, and he's just completely thrown that 3-second penalty for Bloisy, unfortunately. But Snacks is right on the back of Tano here.
Have a look. See what he can do with the DRS, of course.
It was 3 tenths behind
Tano
me at the
like
S section, so...
Oh.
Good.
I was saying Tano looked like he was losing those soft tyres. Those are going big time, but also John on deflated. DRS assisted move down the inside. Will Deflated try and fight that? Nope. That guy on Bloisy as well. So, first change of lead since the opening throws, and it's John retaking the lead that he lost on the start.
As we were talking about that, Top Gun got back past SmallerSmiley.
Got it done in the end. It's perseverance for you.
We'll now probably start asking Johnny B to get the hurry up, because he'll want to get back up to Ayahuasca, who's in P10 currently holding the final point, Exotic in P9. Currently having a pretty good recovery drive from not making qualifying.
I don't know if it's weird, but having watched Exotic all season, I almost expected more. I was almost kind of thinking he'd be up at about 6th or 5th by now. It was honestly Verstappen mod, and Snacks has got himself a time penalty, and I saw it happen.
Yeah.
I think we are cursing them tonight.
Bit unfortunate.
We plan on to Bloisy. Penalty.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing on Tuesday as well.
Penalty.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Planned on to Kurt Maestro earlier. Spun off. Oh, and there's Deflated getting back. Very late turn in. John I don't think is really going to have a chance, is he? Or is he going to hang it round? Not quite. Deflated's telegraphed that. But, these guys both know better, really. I think Tano is also passed.
I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, in the NA race there were a lot of penalties. I know obviously it's much harder without the line, but at the same time, I didn't really think that this track was one for track limit.
It's mainly S section.
Top Gun's dropped at exit 19.
Top Gun's off. Top Gun's off.
As John's made a move for the lead as well.
Back in the back once again. Deflated Wee. Practically going to push him through the S section. Too much of a view on his racing line, I'd imagine.
Ooh. Oh. Snacks just backed out. It was quite close again there. I think Tano made the move on the inside of turn 1, but Snacks came back at him on the exit.
Absolutely. I think there are some wise old heads on some shoulders in this league, though.
Tano gets such an exit onto that mini straight. It's unbelievable.
The remainder of his softs being used or something, but he's under big threat here. There's two go past him. It's Snacks and it's that guy bombing down the inside.
Doing the same thing that Tano did a couple laps ago.
Absolutely. Let's say stunning move though, and he left it as late on the brakes as he possibly could, did that guy. And he's come from nearly nowhere to get to third position. Great stuff from that guy.
He was up there in the NA race, but unfortunately track limits penalties rather curtailed that.
Tano has gone for an outside. He's gone around the outside.
I just saw that in the background while riding on the offboard of that guy. Oh my word.
Outside of the turkey turn.
And now you meet as that is smaller that's
cars
spun
round,
out the
cars
final
round.
corner.
Okay.
I was about to mention that you might see Exotic at the back of this train now, or rather at this stage in the middle of it.
Oh, in the middle of it. Just past Bloisey there as well. This is more like what I was expecting.
It's quite a ways off the leaders though, so who knows? Ooh.
I think. Oh, wait. Bloisey.
Bloisey's sticking in there. Johnny B's spun.
Oh. Johnny B has gone
It's
out.
just about got going again.
It's
That is Bloisey on the inside of the hairpin.
Oh,
it's a
big
bold
move.
one.
That was bold, and I think he's probably got the punishment he deserved, quite frankly, there.
Create a bit of a split in the train there as well.
Was always a big, big move if he was going to pull it. Going to go again, though. He's inside to defend position against Greg, and he nudged him just as wide as he could get him, and sweeps around the outside to keep a high minimum speed, and Bloisey keeps his 8th position, but it was a bit hairy in terms of that move on Exotic.
Very tight one there. Not quite as brave as we saw Tano on the outside of the triple right-hander, but hey-ho, here we are.
Well, it could have all ended in tears. That's you know, it very nearly did. In the end, everyone's out safe, and for Bloisey and Exotic, no change of position. And when they did go into turn 11, so all back and maintaining the status quo. As the Alfa Romeos follow each other reasonably closely through the S section. Snacks and Tano, and that guy still at the head of this DRS train and has been for a couple of laps.
Tano's softs will be screaming right now.
That is going to hurt.
I'm sure the mediums will quite soon as well. I think their tyre life is their idea as that is
SmallerSmiley out. SmallerSmiley's gone to the same wall that Corgi went to.
They both did the same thing in NA as well.
Christ, I know those guys are close, but that is different.
Maybe Corgi's got in Smaller's rig.
Oh, oh dear.
Unlucky for Smaller. Didn't have the best of starts, was running P12 ahead of Top Gun, but yeah.
Obviously the qualifying incident as well, which never helps with the 5-place grid penalty, but
got about that.
Swings and roundabouts and all that, but we have no Mercs.
Like we also have no McLarens.
Oh yeah. There is that.
My beloved.
Oh dear.
It's brought me a bit of bad luck this season, to be fair.
I mean, I've stopped blaming my bad luck on the cars.
I was so happy that when in the driver draw it went round to McLaren and I got it, I'm just like, thank God, because McLaren's my favourite car. So I was really happy when I got it, but now afterwards it's just like, I feel like it's not done me justice. Or I've not done it justice either.
Oh, John for the lead. Losing the lead, sorry, to Deflated. Gonna try a little switchback though. Again, Just hangs back. These two at the moment in a class of their own by better part of 5 seconds. There'll be plenty of time for them to switch the lead between now and the end of the race.
Helped quite a lot by Tano's ailing soft tyres as well, to be fair to him.
I think the fact that he's kept a battle up with that guy for that long on those tyres is somewhat impressive. But that guy obviously doesn't seem to be making too much inroad into that advantage.
The DRS, though, is genuinely insane at this track. It's almost like Zandvoort final corner onto the main straight-esque.
Really makes it all the better, all the more impressive that that guy's actually still staying ahead as well. There's Snacks around the, or Jakob, sorry, around the outside of Snacks, and Snacks is going to lose another one to Exotic, and he's round. Snacks is round. It's a spinning top in the middle of the track.
I was watching that on the offboard. I think Exotic might have just closed the door a little bit there, to be completely honest. Went for it because
looked like a bit of a snap across, didn't it?
Yeah, Snacks had a moment on the exit of turn 1. It's how Jakob got through, but yeah, Exotic going for a ballsy move that I don't think will be looked lightly on by the stewards. To be completely honest there. That is John.
Torpedo.
We hope he's not the torpedo.
Well, I'm a little bit wary of how I separated that word, quite frankly.
It's not the American joke, don't worry.
Oh no. Very different joke.
It's the caveat joke, don't worry.
It's more just thinking of straight line speed, I'm innocent.
I think caveat was thinking that as well.
Oh no.
China turn 1 did not pay off.
Oh dear. That was a good argument at least. Yeah, Exotic obviously having cleared Snacks by dubious means. Oh, Jakob lost it in turn 1. There was a big slide.
There might have been a bit of rear lock.
I was going to say, as Exotic cleared his teammate by dubious means, was eyeing Jakob up, but surprisingly didn't take him when he pretty much stopped on the apex.
I believe Jakob's been flashing for a while as well, so I don't believe he'll be exactly greatly placed on battery to defend down the straight with the DRS of Exotic behind.
Also going to have Ayahuasca looking a bit at Bloisy in the penalties race at the minute.
They'll both lose out to Greg if it stays like this. But...
Exotic at.
Going through.
Exotic's
going through on Bloisy as well.
Absolutely not too much trouble for either of those on the DRS, but as you say, Greg is lurking and, well, will definitely take 2 positions at the minute as long as he keeps it clean.
Same ease for Top Gun and Johnny B for those cars in front. Top Gun breezing past just before the braking zone.
It's very easy. As Tano pits, Tano comes in, he's had enough of those.
This is arguably the latest that you can take them. I wouldn't want to take them anymore, but soft medium is a brave strategy if he does do it.
I'd imagine Scott.
Yeah, soft medium.
Oh, it is a medium. Ooh.
Mediums will go about 15 laps.
Yeah.
They'll be screaming towards the end. Surprised he actually took the softs that long. Didn't think
I'm almost wondering if he'd have probably fared better on a 2-stop.
I don't think the tyre wear's that insane here, though. That's the only thing. I feel like if it were to be a 2-stop, somebody at the front would have to do a medium soft.
Yeah. Medium soft or something. So, let's see. Deflated and John look like they're about to get close again, and Deflated did definitely eye the move up there. But, well, he backed out of it. Wonder if he's trying to make John make the pit call.
That guy has also kept the gap quite stable. The lowest I've seen it recently is 4.5. It's gone back up to 5 seconds now to 4.9, 4. He's keeping with their pace.
Consistent pace. As I say, he just seems to be it just seems to be solid as that guy.
I think he might hold on to Exotic, if I'm being completely honest. With the mediums on the second stint for Exotic, I'm going to hazard a guess at, and that guy, I'm going to hope he goes to hards, because if he goes softs, I'm honestly not sure.
That guy has had a weird strategy or two up his sleeve, though, recently.
This is true, but then we also saw Slapbus going through medium soft, and that didn't quite pay off either.
Top Gun in.
Well,
set of mediums.
Not Slapbus. Shivers.
Yeah.
But even with the safety car, he was dropping back through the field quite a lot. I think he only ended up P9 on the road, P10 on penalties, because he managed to get 27 seconds of penalties.
Me and Emily.
Earning him the driver of the day mention.
Way! 27 seconds of penalties, driver of the day.
That's the way to get me to give you a mention. Just do something that I completely don't expect. Like getting 27 seconds of penalties.
So I can torpedo someone. No.
Oh god.
Problem is you expect it now.
I guess they're a bit lucky that I don't stream 82.
I do not condone torpedoing anyone. So.
I don't, unless it's deserved.
You can torpedo K-Flix if you want, if you see him in the online lobby.
Oh, that would have been my second race had I done that. Because Exotic's come in for the undercut.
Wow, that's a big call. That is a big call.
So was my call at Zandvoort, but hey ho, here we are.
Medium, yeah, medium as you'd expect.
It's time since the fastest lap.
Where's Tano going to come out? Tano's still ahead of Exotic.
It was a yellow in sector 1, that was at the hairpin. I think that might have just been for somebody having a moment, and Ayahuasca's dropped off the back of those two in front now. Would something have happened there? Is Exotic immediately getting past Snacks on those 14-lap-old mediums?
I think just really forced it through on the first turn. He was always going to be quicker. Have a bit more grip in the braking zone to begin with.
If the top three go for a medium soft, I will be flabbergasted.
I wouldn't put it past John and Deflated, because I think they'll just keep running for as long as the other one does, quite frankly.
That sounds familiar, actually.
Oh.
Bahrain.
Yep.
That was a fun one.
Oh dear. Bahrain, what a race.
I didn't quite enjoy being taken out, but you know.
No.
Here we are.
I didn't
Evening
enjoy
Ritz.
seeing it really, but the first 20 odd laps were good.
Sniper on track.
Dunk.
Rids. I wish somebody would do that to Verstappen in real life. Obviously not him, but like one of his tyres or something.
Just a stinger or something. That'd be good. Jakob and Greg,
like a bee.
Greg both in.
The tiniest loss of pressure ever, but it would work eventually.
Oh, it'd annoy him enough. Greg, Jakob and Snacks I think is double stacked, but I think that's going to be in and out by the time he's in. Yep.
Just about.
Just about right, and he's onto a soft. Woohoo! Here goes.
I mean, Tano took them 13 laps in the first stint, and with the lower fuel load, so you never
It
know.
could be on, but I think they'll hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
It's interesting to see how long Johnny B and Deflated hold it out, because I think Exotic's going to be making some headway back there.
Johnny B is in P11, not P1.
Oh.
You said Johnny B,
Dunk.
not John.
Oh, what? John. I'm too used to AT2, alright.
Wrong front runner.
Yeah. Wrong league.
One's a front runner in AT2, and the other's a front runner in NA and AT1. How many Johns do we have in this league?
John.
We had FRA John B as well in Season 1. Is the top 3 come in?
Oh, all of them in. I'm looking at the gap, and Exotic, I think, at the moment, might have them.
Dicey and Ayahuasca have all stayed out.
And I think John's had to delay because of the cars coming past him. So Exotic Planes up and out of the pits.
He's undercut himself into the net P3, but he's right on the back of these two. But on fresh softs, they'll be pulling away for the first few laps. But
I think Exotic, again, is a wily kind of old driver. He will bide his time and he will wait for those softs to go off. He will do what they need to, he will do what he needs to do to make these guys use just a bit more tyre than they want to.
He'll want to get past deflated though, because he's not in DRS of John at the moment.
So, imagine.
2 pad players. One's the champion last season, one's the front runner this season.
Champion-elect, we'll call him.
True.
Let's be honest, Tano's gone to the inside of Ayahuasca.
Exotic was lifting off the back end of that straight, but you won't want to lose too much time to John. That's the thing. And that's what he seriously needs to worry about.
And
as Tano goes for a dive on the inside.
Leader is. You said about the net lead, or net P3 for Exotic. We did forget about Tano.
Dicey going very wide in triple right. I think they'll both come in now.
He's going in.
Ayahuasca stays out.
Yeah, fair.
Is he going to try and keep in DRS and use Tano's pace?
He's keeping in DRS, but he's going to fall like a stone. John will love that buffer.
Plus the gap is growing
Exotic gets to the
even
back of Ayahuasca and the S's, they are going to suffer.
The gap right now, I believe, from deflated to John is about 2.1 seconds, maybe a little bit more.
2.1, 2.2-ish. Well, these guys haven't really caught Ayahuasca up just yet, as John goes for the lead on Tano, and Tano's switched back and gone diving down the inside. This is for net position.
Oh!
Tano's
Tano
held
played
it.
DRS chicken. Tano was playing DRS chicken and let John through to tactically get the DRS. That'll hold them both up to deflated behind, who now gets past Ayahuasca on the straight, and Exotic goes for a diving move on the inside. These two want to chase after both Tano and John, but Tano on those 5-lap mediums.
Oh my!
He's going to be holding up John
pushing
quite
him around.
a lot.
Oh, great move! Switch back.
Oh,
round the stolen bit of Turkey now. Oh, wheel banging! Wheel banging on that turn is not ideal. Oh, that was so close. They kept it together so far. John is through. Tano again playing DRS chicken.
The key thing for that DRS zone is that the DRS detection is on the exit of the triple right-hander, and it's just before turn 19. That guy sets the fastest
Tano now
lap.
is lost. And is lost out to deflated as well. Exotic won't like that sight.
I think Tano will lose out to Exotic sometime in the next few laps.
Yeah, there's a couple of laps difference, which obviously makes all the difference when it's these sorts of race. But pace-wise, these two, as they showed in Silverstone, are relatively similar.
Yeah, Ayahuasca pitted this lap, but he's gone for the mediums in contrast to everybody else that's come in for the softs for the last 2 or 3 laps.
That's very
Interesting
weird.
Call from the Aston driver.
I'd have... Maybe he's not got a fresh set of softs.
Move for third.
Yep, there's Exotic, and Tano thought about coming back, but really is not going to have anything to come back with. It's Would have been a dangerous dive if he had decided to make it, but...
I think the correct phrase to use there would be a day late and $1 short if he tried that.
Oh, right, Martin Brundle.
Am I wrong?
No.
There you go, then.
Oh, dear. There we are. As, looking down the field as well, that guy is hunting down Jakob on, well, a lap newer soft tyre than Jakob's mediums.
As he immediately gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yay!
First
of the day. It's happened again. Loisy to the inside of Top Gun. So it's very much a non-penalty race and a penalty race going on at the minute.
Johnny B is still in their penalty window. Johnny B could be P8 if things stay like this, but I don't honestly think that they will, mainly because Blois is on those softs.
Yeah. Yeah, you can probably see Blois getting away, but I still think he'll get a point, get an extra point.
Speaking of, penalties at the moment.
Oh, an exotic outside of Deflated for second position. Deflated holding the line on the inside. How's the exit? Slightly better for Deflated, but Exotic on the inside line of turn 13 has taken second place, only for Deflated to come back. And he has managed just about to keep hold of it. This one will rage on though, and Exotic did have a nice exit as they came towards the long right-hander. Deflated just about holding on. It's going to be DRS for Exotic. Tano's still keeping with this as well.
Exotic not wanting to wait for the softs to die off, seemingly.
No, it's a bit of urgency from Exotic, but he has sat off of the Ferrari on this occasion. No move from Tano either, and we do have, I think, Snacks going very slowly.
That's twice as lap he's gone round. I think he might pull into the pits and retire, if I'm being honest. I think those softs might have just overheated quite a lot.
Yeah. Just a bit.
Unfortunate for Snacks. He's having a good race in the start of the stint.
Yeah. I think until...
The mistake that was around Jakob and Exotic is he's gone round again.
Oh.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Snacks.
Yeah. As I say, it's it was all going so well until it wasn't. It was Exotic who possibly has to thank for that. Clayton was flashing there.
Sounds rather familiar. Going well until it's not.
Yep. Exotic just sat off there. Deflated did burn a lot of energy trying to get into trying to get out of Exotic's range, and meanwhile, of course, this all happens and John is extending his advantage. 3.8 seconds now, and you have to fancy that unless something dramatic happens, that could be the race.
Deflated for a while has been... Actually, I think he's been flashing at points in this race, so... I don't think... Obviously the time spent behind John that would have been easier to recharge, but now he's not there. It'll be a bit of a difficult one. And at this stage as well, those softs will be starting to die off. But the mediums won't feel much better either.
Yeah, it's a fair few laps to take these now, isn't it?
It's like ayahuasca getting past Johnny B.
Yeah, good stuff. The final points paying position, but does need to pull a 3-second gap to make it count.
Deflated getting a 3-second penalty.
Oh dear. I saw Top Gun's one come up, but not Deflated.
So he won't finish on the podium if things stay as it is.
That's big all of a sudden. Deflated really just needs to, needs to stay relatively high up the field to keep the championship alive. For what it's worth, at least, but...
That was a close one on the inside there.
Did have a good go back to the inside, but It would have always been a big ask to have made that.
Hmm. If you're not careful, you might find yourself up in the wall. As Snacks found out.
And in the steward's office just afterwards.
Snacks didn't quite make the wall, but to be fair, Exotic with that incident earlier with Snacks, so you never know.
I do wonder just how well, if Snacks reports it, just how low Exotic will end up in this race.
But with people having penalties themselves, I think might only lose 1 or 2 positions as Top Gun's come in, presumably for a new set of softs. And I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for a new fastest lap.
Exotic's probably about to kill him. Oh, no, actually, who's got it? It's Bloisy at the minute, never mind.
I was gonna say, I think it's Bloisy that's got it.
I'd say Exotic probably would have severely maimed him. So the trio, second, third, and fourth go back up the back straight. Deflated, gaining and gaining and gaining. He's going to pull to the inside of Exotic. Gets around, pulls to the racing line, and makes the move. Just wonder how much he's got more in those soft tyres. Whether he'll be able to get firstly out of DRS or secondly out of that 3 seconds, but with the pace differential and obviously with the DRS zones coming so thick and fast around here, I feel like Exotic's going to have that in the bag.
It'll be an interesting one, this. I don't think it's going to be over immediately after the checkered flag.
No. As I say, I think a lot of it will just ride on whether Snacks reports or not.
Been quite a quiet race, isn't it? That's Top Gun with another penalty. Top Gun is now on 9 seconds worth of penalties.
Well, I think that is white flag waved, isn't it? Let's be honest. You're going to have your fastest lap points, so you can't have it. And here goes Tano looking at the back of Exotic and Deflated. And he's been sleeping on that one for a little bit as Exotic and Deflated go side by side. Deflated is going to send it to the inside here. And they're still going. Exotic's going to have the inside line for the next turn. Deflated trying to hold it on, but it's all in vain as Exotic with the inside line forces his way through.
Those softs will absolutely be gone now. Oh!
Oh, and Deflated into the back of Exotic.
It's also the question of, can people even make it to the end on fuel? Because we don't know how much people have. Well, you don't. I'm allowed to see it.
I'm not.
I just can't give anything away.
Anyone got any sort of, any magnifying glasses if I pull up the onboards?
Talking with another penalty. He's going off to Shiver's record.
Going for a record. There we go.
I don't actually know if it is the record.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's been disqualified. Surely.
I need to ask Sun God.
Ooh. And Kurt Maestro out.
Retires in the pit lane.
The pits, gives it up.
Johnny B at this rate will basically be confirmed getting a point.
Yay! Unless of course he does something silly. Here goes Exotic on Tano.
More 82 drivers scoring points at 81.
Woo!
France was such an interesting one as well.
Oh, I lagged a bit there. I was watching Tano. And he just went off the track at the stolen bit of Bahrain. And he didn't. Oh dear. I was so startled there for a minute. I was just wondering what on earth had happened.
Top Gun's... I think... Has Top Gun gone round as well? Or am I just being blind?
No, I think that gap's rather similar to kind of what he had.
It looked like he was recovering. As Bloisey gets another 3-second penalty, that means that Johnny B is well within the penalty window now.
2 points now. How's Alaska doing on penalties? Only 3 at the moment.
Yeah, he's on 3, so...
Keeps
It'll be
the foot
interesting
down.
one
If
to see.
Alaska gets another one, it'll be up to 8th.
You say up to 8? Oh. Oh, Johnny B up to 8. I thought you meant Ayahuasca's penalties would be up to 8. I was like, sorry, what? That's not how maths works.
No.
3 plus 3 does not equal 8.
Funny. Oh dear. The closest battle right now is Exotic and Tano. He thought.
The camera angles are horrible.
Very late on brakes there though as well. The Deflated's dropped off and I feel like the softs have had enough.
You could lose out to Jakob there. Because Jakob only on 1 lap older medium tyres, but they are mediums compared to deflated softs.
I feel a bit better now, won't they? That's the thing.
Yeah, Tano on the oldest tyres in the field on 13 lap old mediums. Those will be
That he's still
crying
keeping
in a few
DRS with
laps.
Exotic. In fact, he's still keeping hold of the championship leader as a big one. I think Top Gun now has gone round. Yep.
Predicting the future.
Yep.
Another psychic of the day.
Oh dear. Psychic
That
of
was
the day
so
goes to
funny
Willow.
when I called that.
Honestly.
That was brilliant.
Dear. That was great.
Just like, Exotic's going to do this banker and he's going to get this pole time and he gets it.
Oh no, that was hype.
I was going to say, I think that's Top
And there
Gun
he
coming to retire now.
goes. Yep.
So, everybody who finishes is going to score.
Everyone's a winner, baby.
Oh my God, it's going mental.
And there
outside.
goes Jakob on deflated. Those soft tyres going. Well, put it in reverse, Terry. He is. He's going backwards.
I don't think they're quite as bad as those soft tyres that you were on.
No. Maybe not.
Not quite.
Alaska does get the move on Greg, but Greg will still take that position back after penalties are applied.
Will Deflated even lose out to that guy? With only 1 lap to go, the gap only being
definitely a chance.
1.7, but... Deflated has been running in
Same
a lot
tyres.
of dirty air. So it'll have been
Yeah, those
inducing a
tyres
little
are
bit
identical
more.
though. Ooh. Tano has managed to get very, very close up to Exotic. It's going to be now or never for Tano though, if he's going to pull the move. It's the final lap. John's 5 seconds up the road, so barring a miracle, he will win. But the battle is for second and third at the minute. As Tano follows the Red Bull of Exotic through the S section. 2 lap old medium or older medium tyres than Exotic, and he has done very, very well. Not only just to keep it on the island, but with the requisite pace.
That guy is within
so
DRS.
closely. Oh, this could be interesting there as well.
And
Tano, I don't think he's exited well from turn 11. John's just had a little bit of a lock-up into 12, but that'll be as good as it in terms of Tano's challenge for second.
oh,
And that guy has gone for it on deflated, last lap. And big push off.
might be a penalty.
I think that's does look a little dodgy. I think that guy kind of it was on, but it wasn't well executed at all. He's kept the move, or kept 5th place on track though for now. Again, the stewards might have something to say, but we're going to go back to the line as John comes to take the checkered flag to win the United States Grand Prix. Exotic second and Tano in third. Jakob comes home in fourth. A good return despite his 5 place penalty. That guy in fifth.
Ran out of fuel on the line.
Deflated. Still managed sixth though. Greg 7th, Ayahuasca 8th. Johnny B P9.
Yippee.
Wrong AT2 title contender. Oh dear. Fantastic. Well, kind of petered out a little bit. I think that one towards the end, but
that
was a little bit of strategy play involved. I think Tano, personally, I think has done really, really well to kind of maintain the pace of Exotic with those tyres being a couple of laps older.
I think Exotic's done well to go from last to second.
Well, yeah, there is that. Gosh.
We shall have to find out the driver of the day.
Yeah, in about 3 weeks' time.
I'll remind you.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
I'll ping you in streamer chat.
Oh, God, yeah. I think, to be fair, it's hard to look past Exotic, so Padge, if you're watching, I'm going to give it to Exotic. That's a cracking comeback for him for second on the grid, for second in the end of the race from 15th on the grid, sorry. John takes the win. Exotic second, Tano third, Jakob fourth, that guy fifth, Deflated sixth, Greg seventh, Ayahuasca 8th, Johnny B 9th, and Bloisey rounding out the finishers in 10th position. Nobody 11th or lower finished the race, with two Mercedes finding the same wall as each other. Which, if I'm being cheeky, probably would not be the first time in their lives.
God.
Oh dear.
We need to keep that one to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
Well, that was a chaotic stream.
Just a bit. Well, the fact that the fact it broke in Q3 was, when everyone actually set laps that meant something. It's just a classic.
Oh my god. Apparently, someone's tyres were 85%.
Oof. Oh no. 80.
My word.
If that's not Tano's softs, that's going to be...
No, Tano was on mediums. I think it might have been deflated.
On softs.
From what they're saying, it's deflated tyres that were on 85%.
Oh my god.
So not only did he run out of fuel, his tyres were disintegrating.
Wow. Oh my goodness.